Hello everyone, it's me, Schizo Corgi. It's been quite a while, the whole year, hasn't it? You all might be wondering where I went. I know I didn't pull through with my promises last year, and I apologize for that. But I promise I have an excuse for that, and my absence. Life. My new life. As of last year, a lot has changed. My love life, my circles of friends, my free time, my job, my truck, and so on and so forth. And I welcome you to a new beginning of sorts for me. I deem it, if you saw this video's title, The New Life. And I shall describe what has changed throughout my life over the past year, what to expect, who you shall see in my videos, what is coming, over some Minecraft gameplay featuring my friend Server, who goes by Pluto. So let's start with the first section. First up, what's changed? Life. Life as of 2025 was not all sunshine and rainbows, as much as we all wanted it to be. I'm sure you all had your own trials and tribulations throughout the rather boring year. In early January of 2025, I had gotten pulled over for speeding and had to go through a safe driver's course as to ever going to court. I was 17 at the time, so this was a rather terrifying start for me in my adulthood year. This would prove to be my least worries, though. Marching on to literally March, this was the month I had to go over to court for my speeding citation. However, the day before I had to go to court, I was on my way to school like normal. It was still winter, and the sun wasn't high in the sky in terms of 8 a.m. morning, normally. I was sharing my 2013 GMC Sierra, nicknamed the Giant, as it was a 4-door, crew cab, short bed truck that I deeply loved. I was facing the sun head-on, looking east, and my entire windshield was blinded, even with sunglasses on, when I was attempting to cross the intersection to get me to school. Unfortunately for me, when I thought the intersection was clear for me to pass, a black truck had suddenly appeared in front of me. It was a mere 10 or so feet away, and I had no time to react. I managed to slam on my brakes just enough time to soften the impact, and T-boned the poor truck, totaling both our vehicles in the process. Everything was okay, everybody was okay, no injuries was reported. This happened when I was still 17 as well, so you can imagine just how even more terrified I was then. I now own a 2017 Toyota Tacoma that I can rely on. Thanks to my wonderful dad, I can drive again. My dad handed me down his truck and bought himself a 2025 GMC Sierra that was essentially like mine, a 4-door crew cab short bed. We joked that we switched manufacturers, but I still missly deep my GMC. As much as I love the Toyota now, the GMC was perfect. Yet, life just had to happen. Moving on all the way to May, it was graduation season for my high school. I was a senior and ready to take on the world, even through all the bad things life has done to me in the close and distant past. Yet, graduation for me was all but a bright truth. I was struggling, failing almost. My ELA class was stressing me for multiple months over an essay that meant our entire grade worth 1,000+ points, and everything passed it too. My college algebra class was giving us confusing sections that we had to learn ourselves. Some thrived, while others, like me and my table, all fell flat at this. We all terrible at learning alone. We all needed a role model and a structure of weighing taught. While I had managed in both, I will admit, in my college algebra class, I cheated the entire year and managed to get an A. My ELA class was left at a B. Everything else was a C or D. At the time of graduation, it all struck me that I will never see 89 or even 99% of the people in my graduating class again. And I was right. Out of the 60 or so people in my graduating class, 30 of them are my school friends, and only 2 of them I actively talk to today. And those being Vox and Bluff, whose names have been anonymized as to not reveal them. After graduation, it was right back to working late shifts at McDonald's and dealing with at least one bad customer a night and even worse dinner and post-dinner rushes. I was also in the works of applying for colleges, as, at the time, my dad marginally pushed me to apply for one. Eventually I did, and I would get accepted into Kent State University. However, after fall began, I didn't go as to create a gap year because I was not ready. My dad was unmistakably upset, but he couldn't tell me off about it, because I was an adult. During everything that was explained, I was also having to put a good amount of my attention towards my boyfriend, who has been with me for a year now, including spending time together and whatnot. Not that this is necessarily a bad thing, it mostly stretched me out really thin on patience. All this accumulated with my ever worsening mental health and even worse free time. I just gave up on my channel entirely for the whole year. With only having about 1 or 2 days of free time a week, it never gave me enough time to focus on my channel, get content, edit, and plan with friends, as I tend to do everything beforehand and work on it all late at night. It is currently 3:35 as of saying this. But enough of all that. Let's move on. What to expect. Future videos, friends, and whatnot. As you know, I have a very irregular upload schedule. It is in no way consistent, and I often go from uploading twice in one day to none for a year. My editing quality also varies between each video, as well as the style. So in contrast, nothing is universal in my channel. But with time slightly coming back, I can begin video projects and planning. So here's what to expect for future videos. First off, the randomized content will be stopped. Instead, I'll be specializing on 2 specific games. Those being Team Fortress 2 and Minecraft. And I will try to keep them on a consistent schedule. Not a weekly video, but a bi-weekly one or even a monthly basis video, giving me time to ponder, plan, create, and edit. After all, everything you see on this channel, down to the subtitles and personal edits, are all done by me, including the editing itself. So everything takes time on my end, and I ain't rich to hire a editor for myself, unfortunately. Adding on to that, you might get a rare Gmod video here and there, as it does okay and generalizes what content to create on a very broad stage. Anything is possible in Gmod, just as in Minecraft. Secondly, what to expect, and who to see. With the obvious one being out of the way, me, you should also see the very common appearance of my good friend Marlo, who has gone under multiple different aliases over this channel's existence, such as Grungert, Tiny Tam, Fruitman, among others. You may recognize him from any of my previous videos, such as the MGE videos of my TF2 ones, Sea of Thieves videos, or Return to Bloody Nights video, or even the Minecraft ones. He's the most common person you'll see in my videos with me. Now, besides our good friend Marlo, you might see other people, such as Pluto, Doom, Vox, or if it ever happens, I am Cyclone, or just Cyclone for short. You've never heard of these people, however their appearances might be scattered and irregular, just like me as a whole, so nothing new there. Anyway, on to the last and final. Lastly, what is coming? College, time, money, and future. To get the cat out of the bag, I am going to college this year, starting in the fall, or so I hope. I have applied to Ohio University, abbreviated as OU, and actively plan to go live on campus. I am planning to major in meteorology and later on in life become a storm chaser, meaning free time, once again, will be precious and very little. Free time now and in the future will stay as is until the late summer, early fall when I have to move to Athens, Ohio for OU. Little, yet manageable. I get up at noon or 1 p.m. every day because of my late hours at work and how much I stay up afterwards, usually till 5 or 6 a.m. This is not healthy, but I don't care. Whatever I can sleep, I'll sleep. Anyway, aside from my time being a little wacko, money. I had just upgraded my computer setup, and now I can run shaders, render distances, and texture packs like you can see in my current Minecraft gameplay. What I am running is Bliss shaders, and as you can see now, Rethinking Voxels, with the latter being very resource intensive. The resource pack is just standard Minecraft in 1.21.11, and my render distance is currently set to 18, usually set to 32 when I'm running shaders like Bliss. Meaning better quality videos are coming to your doorstep, hopefully. So, you know my current situation, why I've been gone, what's happened, and what to expect. I think it's time to come to the conclusion. I am back for good. Either expect a video later this week, the following week, or sometime in February. It's been too long, and I hope you haven't all forgotten about me. So, let's redline it. Have a good rest of your day, and be sure to check out my previous videos on screen now. Thank you all for watching, and remember, I love you all. Thank you all for sticking with me.